movies.
But basically, it was like there was like a time machine or something. Homer like went into the future, and then it like went into like this is episode 20,000.
Sorry,
and it was like this very abstract.
Are we talking about an actual episode or just the couch gag?
No, just the couch gag.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was Don Hertzfeld. I remember it.
I thought it was scary.
It was very strange.
Like, that's really unsettling.
And then Marge is just going, that! And Maggie's like a blob on the kitchen goes,
yeah,
it was fucking weird.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, like, anyways, you were just talking about music genres and how people just make up random words in order to make them. Nightcore is where it's like makes like Alvin Chipmunk style. Is fartcore a thing where it's just the song and fart noises?
No.
Now it is,
but it's not an actual genre.
You know,
because no one's gonna take it
seriously. Is Nightcore really an actual genre?
Some people will
genres. People do like Nightcore a lot.
Nightcore sounds way more metal than
these are the genres on SoundCloud, right?
No, okay. If people will actually legitimately take it seriously,
I'm gonna look up more health goth music. I want to know what that's like.
No, you wouldn't.
These are call it analcore.
These are the popularly. Alternative rock.
Okay, go scroll down like 20. We
Ambient,
all know these.
Classical. No, they just
piano. We know what that is. Techno. We know what that
Reggaetron?
is.
Yep, reggaeton. It's like Euro house music with reggae.
Let me show you an example.
It's like faster dub.
So it's like
everybody get.
That was your example.
So it's like fast reggae with like house beats on it. Reggaeton's awesome.
There's the drum and bass genre.
Drum and bass, yeah, that's
been around since
before. That was like the original techno.
Yeah,
I want weird names.
I want house, and then I want homeless as a genre.
Yeah, well,
can there be
cardboard box?
Yeah,
because there used to be house and deep house, but now deep house is called big room. So I think that's funnier than deep house because like my deep house is just a big room.
These are like the thing is like we should do a quiz. Alex, too, you need to do a quiz and whether this is a real genre or something I made up.
All right, I could do something like that.
I bet you think of a random thing and somebody somewhere will have used that word to
that would be the
their
determining
music.
thing, whether or not you can Google it as a like fartcore, and if it comes up with any song, then it's
there's like 60 different words they use to like make these things. So it's like the different genres. There's like 60 like squared basically
permutation of 60.
Yeah, exactly. Like because they just have like that and then that. So it'd be like post-core, post-anal core, post.
Okay, that's what I understand.
Well, no.
Do you know what would be good? That's what I need to know. I need to know what post means.
I think it's like post-production.
Well, if you mean it literally, it's like after.
No. I mean like it's
okay.
After,
So
postmodern
modern means like
because I know that there's like a band that I looked up. This girl was like, you should listen to Amorosa, and I was like, okay, well I'll wiki it so I know what kind of music they are. It's like it was post-hardcore. I'm like, oh yeah, I like hardcore bands. And then she was like, they're not hardcore, and I was like, then what are they? I start listening to them, like, this is post-hardcore? There's no hardcore in it.
That's
like I don't understand what's post-hardcore mean.
I was attempting to explain it, and then you fucking went off.
Dude, I'm gonna keep going off.
When I
okay, well fine, then you're not gonna get a thing.
What it means is, I think what it means. I don't really know what it means. But if there was somebody in the room that could tell us,
I'm just not gonna talk.
If there was somebody in the room,
he knows his words aren't being valued. He has no obligation to say them.
It's all good.
They need to have.
It will remain
You
ambiguous.
can tell me.
No,
I was listening.
Connor, tell us we love you.
You don't want to hear it. It's fine.
We do want to hear it. Nick went off. It wasn't my fault.
No,
generally
I was hitting you.
In music, post is used to determine. The best example is post metal. So like post metal is still it's like heavy music with like heavier guitars and like heavy melodies and stuff, but it's not like distorted. It's not fast. So it's like the heaviness of metal, but with subverting the general tropes of metal at the same time, kind of thing.
Into what though?
What?
Into what?
I'd have to play it for you to know.
Like, that's why they call like Sunlux post rock because they're like rock.
So it's like rock, but not at the same time, right? That's the best way to describe it.
I'm waiting for post hip hop. I don't even think that's a thing yet.
Yeah,
but
that's what we just listened to.
Trip hop.
That's not post hip hop.
Post hip hop.
That's post.
They've ascended beyond.
That's
post experimental.
Post
experimental.
Post hip hop is like trap. I'm gonna say that.
No.
The trap is its own genre.
I know, but it's like kind of split off.
I want to hear post trap.
Post trap.
Is this some guy hitting a post?
Trapping it.
Yeah. Latin's a genre.
Latin? Yeah, of course Latin's a genre.
Yeah.
It's an entire dance style, too.
No, but like, it's weird.
That's like...
It's not weird.
Well, I mean, like,
it's been around for a long time.
It's a little weird.
Is
that like a culture that's not like...
English?
That's
is
not
English
like a Western...
Yeah, the waltz would be considered English.
Okay.
Something that's not a Western culture
Well, actually,
has
waltz
its
is
own
Vietnamese,
genre. Like,
whatever.
Mexico is a genre. Or like...
Yeah.
Mexico.
So
you want to hit up that Mexico?
I don't know, Nick, if you have a story or not, or if you can talk about it during the podcast. But you sent me a Snapchat, and probably some of the other people Snapchat as well, of a video.
Did I?
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
don't remember
it was
that.
of like SWAT cars outside of your
Oh!
house. Yeah, that's kind of hard to forget.
Yeah,
You're
there
like,
were gunshots last night.
That wasn't
mine.
mine. That wasn't
I did
mine.
not see this video.
That wasn't mine.
Okay, so
yeah,
what
you had,
happened?
like, they were
Nick's
like
Snapchat
riot
was
trucks
pretty
and
fucking
shit.
crazy, actually, though.
Really?
So there was an event earlier in the week that I don't want to talk about because that one's kind of crazy. That one's
You're like, can you talk about both of them?
I'll talk about the second one because that's just I don't know them at all. That's the
Okay,
only thing. So
okay.
the first one was like I'll just say attempted murder or whatever to the left of my house. The first
Whatever,
house to the
who
left.
cares?
Okay.
Oh,
now,
whatever.
left.
Don't
Wait,
worry,
left
don't worry.
facing
Luke
out of
didn't
your house
hear
is
it
out of my
because
house.
he wasn't here. We all know the
Oh,
story.
yeah, okay.
And I'm
Now,
the audience.
it was crazy,
so
man.
I'm
No,
the
but
audience.
okay,
so
you're the
fucking
audience.
crazy.
Okay, but there's
Anyways.
three to the left. So there's like one guy in the middle between these two crazy places. And so it's like 1 a.m. and I'm on the computer downstairs and my sister yells. She's like, Nick, get the fuck upstairs right now. I'm like, we don't have a fucking... You use that voice. I know. Debbie's bitch voice. Okay, no, she's like, get upstairs right now. And I'm like, why? What's going on?
We don't have a staircase.
We don't have a computer downstairs.
I can't tell the story. Okay. She's like, Nicholas, please come up the stairs. So I went up the stairs and I think something like breaking in the house. But she's like, no, the front window, idiot. And I go to the window and like there is a riot SWAT van up my neighbor's driveway, and it's not, the sirens aren't going, but the lights are going around. And we open the window a little bit because we can hear the speaker going, and then they're like, get out of the house right now.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of the house.
It's over. Oh, that's like a joke that, like, we don't even have to say
I
anything.
didn't even realize that's like
Shoot the
Alright, so they're yelling at the guy.
they're like, get out of the house.
Oh my God.
And like, put your hands up. Yeah. So they're yelling at him. They're like, get out of the house right. So get out of the house right. I'm gonna switch the voice.
Stop
on.
saying it. Yeah,
Stop
stop saying it.
Get out of the house.
So they're like, they're motioning them to do an action outside of the house. So they're one by one walking out of the house. As like the SWAT team is in, like the riot guys are holding onto the back of the SWAT van, and they're full bulletproof armor. And I'm like, this is crazy. And it's so quiet on the street except for the megaphone just going like, get out of the house right now.
Please remove yourself from the domestic area. Please.
The cops are just covering the house in a blanket. No, so they just keep walking out of the house one by one with their like hands up, and then they do the whole genre like, okay, now step forward, and then they come forward, and then they're like, okay, lie on the ground, and then they just get tackled. Like they get like it's like a swarm of police officers you didn't see because it's dark out, and you're like, oh, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's like a black mass like dragging them away. So they.
Are you sure those are police officers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not like demons or something.
Yeah.
That's why the police officers are on the back of the van hiding from those.
Don't get out of the fucking house! Don't get out!
We don't have a house.
Yeah, we don't have police. No, so
We don't have police. Yes, it's Canada. We don't need police.
Yeah. Stay in the house. So this keeps happening, and then all of a sudden, like, so they're getting pulled out of the known world, and they're getting like put in whatever cars. And there's actually only the one riot truck there right now. And then all of a sudden, when everybody's out of the house, this old lady comes out who's like lives there and like needs oxygen to survive, like we all do. But she needs like
She's got a
oxygen.
tank.
Yeah, she got tanked. We drove by his
This
house
might,
and it
this
was like
might be off. I don't know.
Oh, the camera's
Yeah.
This one always keeps doing that.
But right outside of the house, there's like 20 oxygen tanks just chilling.
Yeah,
on
if
the
you look
front.
outside
Yeah.
there, yeah, she's got like
Used
so,
oxygen
so they
tanks, yeah.
know what. So the police are there with oxygen tanks because they know
Yeah,
what's
make
going to
sure.
happen,
Yeah.
right? Because they've just got to let the place or whatever. Like this is definitely.
And they're not giant assholes. They're not going to be like, yo, you're
No,
going to die.
no, exactly.
Okay.
So they.
You don't need to do that. I do it every time without it. It's crashed like the last three
Okay,
podcasts.
sync on this one. Sync on this one.
Wait, this one?
No, this one.
This one.
Okay, this
That one?
Okay, there you go, good. We're
That's
sunk.
it, you guys.
We got it. We're good.
We're sunk?
So this
No, we're sunk.
So this was story number one.
This is story number 2. This
Sorry,
is-
continue. So the old lady comes in.
The old lady comes out and they don't want to tackle her. She's just sitting on the lawn for so long in like handcuffs.
She's got a gun!
She's got
She's
like
like,
Got an oxygen tank.
she can't even like
She's
walk.
got a bomb.
Bomb!
Beat her with it.
Sending the robot. Like just turns off her
It's just like
oxygen.
it's like pinching her. Like,
It's just like, go away! Wow, the robots have taken over!
she's rolling on the lawn, and then the Black Mass comes and grabs you. No, they poor old
It's like a Clive
lady.
Barker novel.
So she's like sitting on the lawn, like handcuffed, like as they're like giving her oxygen, and then all of a sudden, like all the guys come out of the SWAT riot thing, and they're like one of the guys, you know the conditional like, boom, I'm gonna break your door thing.
Yeah.
The
Rams.
ram, yeah.
They ran the side door, and you hear it, and it's so fucking loud, like it's like
Yeah.
bam, 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 and you hear it when it like crunches through. So they go to the side door, and then they swarm the front door, and they have like AR-15s, like they're like fully geared up.
The SWAT team.
The SWAT team, yeah,
There's
and they
one
go
guy
in.
with dual akimbo.
Dual Kimbos, yeah.
There's one guy just like
And some guy's doing 360s. He's doing 360s.
There's one guy just went tomahawk. He's got it ready.
Yeah.
The longer the story goes on, the more I wonder why.
Another guy with, like,
you're
a tactical
there.
knife.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. So I don't really know that why. So I'm not gonna.
Well, fuck.
Fiddle
Would've
your
been
curiosity.
probably just
Okay.
drug bust or
Well, drug
something.
bust. Yeah.
We don't have a reason.
No. Also, you guys remember? Okay, I'm gonna say two names. Do you guys remember Courtney from high school?
He sounds
I'm
ugly,
gonna
so I
need,
don't
I'm
remember.
gonna need the last
He.
name.
He's never mind.
Oh,
He's not
he.
ugly. He's hot.
He?
Yeah, I remember him.
Oh, yeah.
Him. I saw him and Zach.
Okay.
One that's
Yeah,
dating.
okay. Yeah, I know
yeah,
who we're talking
yeah,
about. The one that hung out with him.
Yeah. So
Oh,
he.
that one?
They.
Yeah.
I
Really
saw,
stupid one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw them like 4 years ago walk out of that house after buying like drugs there, and they were like, "Yo, what's up?" And I was talking to them, and they're like, "They got a volcano in there and shit." And I was like, "Oh, cool."
Wait, they have a volcano in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's
you
just
know,
a type of
science
vaporizer.
experiment.
Yeah. It's,
Oh.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
he means like a small Krakatoa that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
They
That's
literally
Like there
just-
was a fault line like in his
Yeah, like,
garage.
it was
It's
just
just like a little
little-
tectonic shift. Like that's what happened.
Tectonic shift
how they
right in the
heat.
middle.
If you ever smoked bong heated by volcano.
Lava.
Yeah, the fattest dabs, man. Fattest
Yeah.
dabs. The last time I saw Courtney, he was being arrested by transit police on the LRT.
Yeah.
Because
He didn't have a ticket?
No, he was just, he was like cuffed, and he was just sitting there, and they were like off
I
talking,
remember
and I'm
him.
like, hey man, he's like, so, how you doing? I'm like, I'm okay, how are you? He's like, I've been better. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that guy was there. So
And they started to like look at me, and I was like, all right, I gotta go. He's like, yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was the last time I saw.
That's
Wow.
funny.
He's dead now.
Probably.
He probably is.
I saw him get pulled out. No. So
Yeah.
they were
He's been hiding in the basement. Like
they
with
like
the volcano.
swarmed the place, and then like after a couple minutes of like whatever, the canine units came in, so like the dogs, like the drug sniffing, they came in and they were like taking stuff out. And right when the dogs came in, this fucking stereotypical like charger shows up, but it's like an undercover, and two like detectives come out. And dude, they're
Oh,
like
were they like in the
detectives.
trench coats and they like
No,
these shades
no,
on
no.
at night?
No, you-
They're like dressed up like Inspector
They just had
Gadget. Like,
notepads. There's like
Yeah.
One's
and
Matthew
they have
McConaughey,
the-
one guy had like a
one's,
photo.
Tom Selleck was there. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Magnum PI.
Yeah.
And it's like LA Noir where they use the notebooks like interrogate people, and then when when you click
And they're
yell,
looking
they
around the
yell
house.
at them.
They're looking around the house for hints. They're like,
Ice-T was there.
They pick up like a cup and they're like,
yeah.
Okay, continue.
circumstantial.
Guilty. Yeah. No.
Is that actually what happens in LA?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Circumstantial.
need to find all evidence in Eleanor. It's annoying. But they come out and they're like in their white tucked in shirts and they have like the guy was he actually had a clipboard.
Of course it is.
So they were Mormons.
He was like they
It's a
were
detective.
they just showed up at the right time.
Mormon detective.
Like, do you need saviors in your life? We're here.
That's
for
a
you.
screenplay.
Bending
That's
law
a
and
screenplay.
God's
Yeah.
word for detectives.
Scribble, scribble.
Solving crimes, it was God.
All part
Release
of God's
this man.
plan.
It's all
God's plan.
It's all part of God's plan.
We're
Step
Christians, but we're not. Like,
We're sorry you got murdered, but it's not our fault. Because they have to sing while they write. Because they're Mormons. It's in the book.
Sing a lot
It's
of
in the book.
thing.
It's in the Book of Mormon. You have
Yeah.
whenever you write, you have to sing.
Sing.
It is.
They're horrible during tests. Sorry, Nick. We're derailing your story.
There's not too much left.
Also,
But
you've
so
been
they-
taking a long time to tell us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so then there's you guys aren't helping, okay?
Yeah, we are.
And I'm also not. I keep saying get the fuck out. So they come in, they take him out. The taxes come in and they pull out like they're pulling all these like boxes from the house, right? Like it's clear like there's like something in
Drugs.
like plastic bags and shit. So it's drug
Drugs.
bust. So I'm like. Okay, then after that happens, all the police show up. So tons of like cops shows up. And,
All of them.
Yeah, just
All
tons
the
of like
police.
The
Every
entire
soldier.
police
all
force.
they were there earlier the week, so they knew where it was. So that's yeah. So they
like
pull
a
up in their
parade.
police cruisers, and then the EMS guy, whatever. The weirdest thing is that that randomly a truck came, like an EPS truck, and they came and they just took two bicycles out of the back and then just threw them on the lawn and then just drove off. So I was like,
That was their
what?
job.
Like, and they
That's
were
what
like
detectives-
BMX bikes. I was like, they're like, sorry about the like fucking arresting you, man. There you go. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So that was the story.
Well, the funniest part that Nick's leaving out is he's sending, I don't know who all got them also, but he's
Yeah,
sending
didn't
Snapchats
see
of the
it.
whole event.
Yeah.
The very first one he sends is like, yo, look at this shit going down. It's so crazy. And then from the background, you can hear his sister or his
Or my
mom
mom.
be like, Nick, stop filming. You're not allowed to film.
You're like, I can't call the police. And I was like, fuck you, mom. I can call the police. And then I would be like,
Stupid
yo,
bitch.
police. Yeah. Would have been an arc crazy.
You should just run and start taking selfies.
And we were talking about like rolling down the driveway.
I should just run out and be like, I'm recording for the protection of the people.
Yeah.
Are they being detained?
Are they being detained?
being
Very
detained?
clearly they're being detained. Can you tell me what's going on, officer?
Officer, please.
All right.
That actually pisses me off though. Like, there's a lot of people who've been doing that. They'll be like, they'll get pulled over by a cop and they'll pull out their phone.
Oh, they're
It's like,
assholes.
stop fucking
No, it's so
doing
stupid,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. If
You're
you
just
wanna-
antagonizing. You're egging
Yeah.
him on at this point.
Well, no,
You're just being
it's
a dick.
totally reasonable to want to film the police,
Yeah.
but like, if you're getting pulled over for speeding, you have no purpose in filming the police except because you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Like, they just get up in the officer's face and just egg him on. They're always
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'm filming this. You
It's
gonna
like,
do
okay,
something?"
cool, you were
It's like,
speeding.
yes, you are. Fuck you. Like,
Yeah. I don't think I'd be a good cop. I'd just be like, cool.
like,
Here's your ticket.
You got out of
Stop.
the ticket.
No, that probably would be a good cop, wouldn't it? Doing
I don't
a
give
job
a fuck about anything.
not
how many
getting
people? I wonder how
antagonized
many
is
people
probably
like
the best
actually
kind
film
of
cops
cop.
and the cops do their job and then they never post the video.
Yeah,
They
probably.
just
Yeah.
go like, okay, well that wasn't exciting.
They watch
at
the
all.
video and they're like,
I'm
I'm
sure-
an asshole. Like,
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
these people are not self-aware. They have
Yeah,
no
yeah. The ones that
concept.
post them.
It is
One
funny.
that's
It is funny when you like. I remember seeing this one video of this guy who's like a cop came up to his house and he's like, "Your RV is parked on the road. You
Yep.
Take it off the road." And he's like, "You can't take my RV."
It's like, no,
and then,
I'm asking
and then
you
all
to
the
move.
comments were like, "You are clearly the asshole in the situation." And this
Yeah.
guy complained like he had no awareness. That's just what it was.
Why did he kept saying something
Hey,
like, no, you can't take it because it's my house. Or
Yeah,
something.
I
It's
don't
like,
know, some bullshit.
It's like,
I'm good.
cool, but could you just move
Yes,
it?
No.
take a pop, Nick.
Yeah,
Stop.
does anybody want one?
You
No.
look very spooky. The light right underneath you.
We don't have any grapes. Get the fuck out of the house.
That's so funny that was the get the fuck
For both your sister and the cop.
Yes.
Get the fuck up here. Alright, cool. That was crazy.
Anything interesting happening to anybody else this week?
I'm starting to
Somewhat.
like
Cops.
the worst part about my job, the new job I got, is that now that I think of it, there's 3 people who I've run into where it was really kind of weird and awkward.
You should probably
Working there?
stop running into people.
Well,
Like people we knew from high school.
yeah.
Oh, fuck
One of
that.
them
Oh.
was.
I hate everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
I don't remember why it's awkward, but I know that I said something mean to her on Facebook or something.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Luke-
in the
I don't
in the
remember
Carly
what it
thread,
was.
in the
I don't-
Carly thread with Stuart and
Probably something like
yeah,
that.
well,
We'll
it
just
was
use
about that
first
video,
names, but
yeah.
still, I don't remember what it was. But I know it's just like
That was a long time ago.
jerking
Yeah, I
around
wouldn't
in
have
the
known either, but I
comments.
would have felt
That
awkward
was
too, I
funny.
think.
It would be
I don't
awkward.
even know why.
It'd be awkward if I saw her in person because I just think she's a really weird looking blonde gnome. So I
She
don't
has, she
doesn't
has
know
a
that.
panic
It's like
disorder. That makes her not gross, but as normal people.
And you'd be like,
no,
Because she has a legit disorder, that's why.
Good.
That's
Okay, I also saw.
I thought she was just short.
I also ran into my ex-girlfriend's dad, which is really awkward.
Oh,
And but the third one, I don't want to say
you
his
fight him?
name. It was
give us a code.
Tyler Snakes.
Oh!
The name.
Oh,
the
like the
name!
original?
I was like, God damn it! I want to tell people, but then that means I'm using the
He's in
name that we
Edmonton?
never use.
He's still in Edmonton.
I thought he moved to
no,
Saskatchewan.
not the homie. Not wait.
No, not our Tyler.
Yeah, he knows.
What?
Yeah, no, not the
Tyler
cool one.
Yeah,
The one
My
that
ex-drummer that told me he was moving to Saskatchewan.
No, he's here fathering a baby.
Good for him. He deserves that.
Well, he didn't. He's not the
the
father.
baby doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was mean.
No, the baby deserves more.
That's what he
Wait,
said.
Yeah.
Yep.
The baby doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
That sucks for the baby.
Baby doesn't
Yeah.
deserve his mother because
Way
his
to
mother's a
hit
hoe.
the nail with the hammer. That's not saying.
Making up sayings.
Yeah,
We just make up sayings in response to things that
Way
people
to
say.
sharpen the pencil with the pencil.
Just like most direct
You're supposed to do.
idioms, completely. They just mean
That's
But
actually
yeah,
a
it's like
really
they're not even really an idiom. They're
That's
just
a
literal,
good idiom.
literal
Like,
statement.
I think you should start making idioms that actually like just say you
Just
did what you were supposed
literal,
to do like that.
like,
Like,
basically,
you
yeah.
really
Yeah.
sharp. What's pets sharpener?
Way to show up for the podcast and be funny.
Well,
Well,
Just doing it.
none of us.
I don't do that.
None of us do.
So why was that awkward?
Oh,
Just
well, I was just
generally?
like, I don't know if you would recognize me.
We
or
talk
anything,
about you a lot more than you.
Yeah, no, that's
probably talk
basically what it is.
about
It's
us.
like, man, this guy probably doesn't even remember we exist, yet we've talked about him too many times.
It's not like
It's kinda weird.
context with him in it. It's just that we use his name as
Yeah.
like a...
Yeah,
Because the one time...
like he
we
doesn't know that we
One
go
time
there.
there was
I
a story
said
that
his name,
involved him.
yeah.
You
And
fucked
then
up,
me
and
Maddie
then
kept-
every
yeah.
time you both
Yeah.
just said it like.
Well, no, you fucked up and then you kept screaming
Yeah,
his name.
no, I did that. I was
Like, repeatedly.
Yeah.
Like, 8
I think I said
times.
because we were talking about like the crazy drug issue, like
Oh,
yeah,
episode,
we were
Yeah.
and I kept
For-
saying the
his
the
name.
victim's, no, her name. I kept
And then-
saying the
yeah.
girl's name, and then he kept saying.
Everyone said
Guy's
everyone's
name.
name.
It was a mess. It was.
I don't
mess.
like
hot
meeting
mess.
people that I don't talk to regularly in public.
just don't like
I don't know, it's
music
just awkward. I don't fucking like people. Like it's just weird.
Well, the situation is that you can avoid them, especially except if you have to provide customer service.
Like I remember
to
when
them,
I was in
basically.
I was in
Yeah.
Millis Town Center. And Luke was there, and I was there with.
Oh,
I
so
forget-
awkward!
Yeah, it was,
Oh
my
it
God.
was. It was the worst thing in the world. Like he felt it too.
It was kind of awkward.
He walked past, and then he was all like, he stopped, and he looked at me, and then he was like, "Should I walk over there? Should I
Okay,
come?"
No, I.
Oh,
You,
sorry,
no,
you're, like,
because he
way
was,
far
'cause he
away,
was
right?
sitting with people, and I was like, should I go or should
Yeah,
I come sit with you? Like,
I
should
was like, yeah, I
should
guess
go?
come over here. Why not?
Were you fucking 4 chicks?
No, there were only 2. And I only.
I watched that
So.
last night as well.
What?
The best of.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
That's what that's from.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say maybe we shouldn't release those super quickly. 'Cause,
Well,
like,
we'll
the
save
first,
the next one
the
for a
first
while,
one came
but...
out like almost half a year ago, and then the last one came out a month ago, and then like there's like a
I
month
think
in
that
between them.
it's
We're
been
gonna go
okay.
now.
I don't care.
But
I
it's
don't
just
watch
a matter
them.
of you gotta
so-
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
care.
I mean,
but
we're
you're
very
gonna
not
stop.
caught up because like there was like we used a lot of different episodes for the first one, and then
then this-
we've just
this last
been getting
one
so
was, like,
much
free.
funnier. That
Well,
we have
okay,
Next
you
year,
were-
because
I-
I thought we
when I
were-
was watching
we
it,
haven't.
there was one part like halfway through where I laughed so hard. I
Which
started-
part was it? Tell me.
What about your blood? Watching it back, I laughed just as hard when you
He
said that
laughed
because
in the
you were
video.
so
He laughed
serious.
so
What was the story?
Because
He
I
laughed
was
so
like,
much.
I was like,
Oh,
yo,
can I tell it?
well, I was talking about drinking Rob, and I was like, I'm gonna drink this guy.
Yeah, he's like,
And
you only drink 75% of me. And then I was like, what about your blood?
Yeah, but it's like so matter of fact.
I do remember that. I do remember
Like,
that.
Because
What
I
about
didn't
your
realize.
blood?
Because
Yeah.
poor me doesn't know that blood is water.
And, oh, it was
The time where I laughed until I cried, and then watched it again, and then also laughed until I cried, was when Luke was talking about going to a theater,
And just throwing
anything, and we were just throwing the bag of
And
popcorn.
then you talked about the popcorn thing and triggered Connor, and he's full on, I have so much debt!
Oh, yeah.
That was a
popcorn.
great
Yeah,
podcast.
that was
Like,
definitely
drink
my favorite
every
part.
night.
Which compounds
How's
the
that
debt.
dead?
That was
That
great.
was Connor.
We're just sitting here talking about our favorite.
I was just
parts
being
of the
honest.
podcast.
The part that made me laugh really hard, it wasn't even from that video, but
Reminiscing.
in the like suggested videos, it was
Yeah.
episode 57, the table, the donkey, and the stick.
Fuck,
And it made
that
me-
was so
it's
horrible.
so fucking funny. Maddie's awful, terrible storytelling.
I was
Like,
just, I wasn't
holy
even
shit.
telling a story. I was just, I got derailed every time I was just trying to
Oh
tell
my
the
God.
name of the fucking story.
Then you
It's
told
so
the name,
funny.
and it was like,
Even worse
Yeah,
than we
and
could
the
have.
donkeys,
Donkeys,
gold
they ate
coins.
table.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's
That was
so
great.
funny.
But yeah.
Good times.
Someone said that on Tumblr I got a message that said homeless meme machine was the best thing I've ever said in my entire life. So I was like, okay,
That's- I don't know if I can think of a better one.
Somebody wants to know how the podcast has been going.
it's going great. Tell
No,
us.
it's alright.
It's okay.
Who's
Sorry.
Alyssa?
Tell him we don't have a podcast!
Is that your waifu?
No, it's just a fan.
So tell us about your waifu.
No.
Tell us about your waifu.
Yeah.
Blue hair, giant black eyes, no white parts. There's also 60 eyes and wings, and she's this big.
That just went somewhere else.
Jesus.
You guys are so
Oh, does she have a
close.
name?
No,
Does she have a name, Alex?
You know body pillows,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
How they're weird. There's one that's
I kinda want
There's
one.
one that's $800. Do you know why?
It has
It's
a
a vibrate?
flashlight.
It's because it's 7 meters long. I mean, it's because there's a show. Oh, what the fuck is it called? It's like Monster Musume, or I don't know.
Something.
It's something weird, but it's about monster girls. And the main one is a snake lady. So she's got like a top half is a chick, and then just a fucking
A snake.
snake torso.
So it's 7 meters of one person.
7 meters, and like 90% of it is just a long fucking tail, and
I would
it's
just-
$800.
Yeah.
I pitch in to buy that and just like hang it on the wall.
Like, even with all of us, it's more than $100 a person. So, like,
I realized it's very
not
comfy
for
to
the
sleep
joke.
with like
Take PayPal
a body
donations.
pillow type thing.
Yeah,
It would be
right.
very
Well, it's
comfy.
because it's comfy to
for a
sleep
white
with
pillow.
someone,
It's
right?
fucking crazy.
It's
Except
a snake.
it's better
That's
with
cool
a
though,
pillow
because
than
you
a
could like
person.
you could take the body pillow and fold it like around,
Yeah.
like twice, and then have a swirl to like
Yeah,
be
it's like-
cozy
it's like-
inside.
And then die.
And
No,
if you get tricked
it's
or
like
hit-
she's a real snake. She's not gonna actually choke
No,
you.
you just die.
Why would
Well,
you die?
you pretend
Which
to
is
get
incredibly
Do
unhealthy.
you know how heavy
Because you were too
pillows
busy
are?
with the body
Yeah,
pillow.
you would,
and didn't
like,
notice
smother
the crown
yourself
statue
with a
that's not supposed
pillow.
to be there. Like,
I'm saying
You
like
also
wrap
probably
that
overheat.
around you, not
Yeah.
on top of
and you
you.
can pretend she's like dominating you or some shit.
No, but she is dominating you because she's the
Snake lady.
Yeah.
And also
She's
not real.
financially dominating you.
Yeah.
It's weird that some dudes are into that.
Being
Financial
financially
domination.
Yeah,
dominant.
financial domination.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
essentially, it's called being married, but I mean, like,
Really? Really? That's like every stand-up comedian's bit for the last
yep,
100 years.
and I did it.
So
So
stop.
You should have like thrown the mic and then grabbed the
I should
back.
have, yeah,
like, the whole, like,
but no.
and then
But
grabbed
yeah,
the
some
back.
guys are.
So I
actually-
just
Let's
flew
all
in
go
my
do
arms
stand
and
up.
killing
All go
me.
do stand up.
We should.
We can only do it if we all do it.
Let's do
Yeah.
stand up. Let's heckle each other. Let's heckle the shit.
That-
Like let's always remember like
Yeah,
fuck me.
but then we'll just all be on stage like, oh yeah, well, my dad didn't walk out on my family. Yeah, because we'll just like, we'll all know each other, so we'll say
What we
really
should do-
destructive things to each
The
other.
best
from
way
the
I could do it
stage.
would just be like, so there's this story about a donkey, a table, and a stick.
Well, it's like, ah!
I'm like, hurry already, you fucking cheat. And then
Remember
be
when
like,
we did like the poem readings and stuff?
Yeah.
If we did that kind of setup with
Yeah.
just stand up, with just us, we're the only audience, and
But-
we have to write jokes for.
None of us are
I'm down.
funny enough to
I'm
do
down.
so
Let's just stand
bad.
up.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
but
Alex
it
and
would
I
just
can't
be
write jokes.
We'll write them for you.
Matt, I don't know
Yeah.
if you can write
I'd probably
jokes.
could write
We'll
jokes.
ghostwrite. We'll
Well,
ghostwrite.
No,
but because we're not in front of real lights, we don't have to write actual jokes.
No, they're not going to be good. I'm
Yeah,
just
we
gonna
just
tell
do whatever the
stories.
fuck.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna write
What's the dumb
sentences.
shit we do? Like,
What
Just
dumb shit should I
random
do?
phrases.
Just make big
We
faces.
meet here every week to record ourselves.
yeah, and
Talk about
then we
random
can
shit.
Talk about random shit. So
That's what you had
easy.
that. Yeah, you made that face when you had that paradox. Where you're like, dude, when you
What?
texted me when you were like drunk or whatever, you were like, dude, it's so stupid that we like. Isn't it weird that we like get together and like?
And sit, yeah, when we sit in a, it just, I had this weird like
It's like
thought,
2 a.m.
like
text.
randomly, and it was like, it's so strange that we sit in a basement with cameras alone, and we just record
Now-
ourselves.
Okay, if I imagine them not being here, and then now it's kind of weird. Although it's fun, but it is weird thinking. Like,
Yeah.
I know,
we're
like
just
I don't
talking.
think,
Yeah.
I know,
literally just
I
us
know,
hanging
I
out
think
and
it's
talking.
normal,
We
but at
literally
the,
The thing is, it's
all
like
the time.
I know.
most people don't ever just set aside time to just sit and talk. That's the thing.
It's
Like,
called grown-up time.
I don't know, Connor. Millennials are pretty bad about communicating. They're all interested in talking on their phones. They don't have time for real life. You need
yeah.
to think for yourself.
We're not millennials.
Awaken your mind.
We're not millennials.
You sound like
No.
a Lamborghini
See,
dude.
We're
Well,
just
after
we're
2000.
the very end of Gen Y.
We're 90s kids.
90s kids.
We're the very end of the 90s kids.
90s kids.
So wait, did
That's the
Gen
new
Y,
90s
does this
symbol.
go back to,
What
does
is
it
it?
start at
It's like
A
this.
again and
The-
2000?
No,
Yeah.
millennials.
What is it?
It's like you're taking your two fingers here, your two fingers here, and you're making like.
What were you guys
what the fuck is that
What was
shit?
your guys' opinions
Yeah,
on
they gave thumbs
Y2K?
out, like,
Were
when
you
he
guys
was
scared?
What are
90s
opinions on it?
kids.
I heard, I don't remember.
I don't
hearing shit
know.
about it.
You
I
just
went
thought
to
it was
party-
cool, so I
oh,
taught you how to
Cameron,
do it.
Cameron.
Oh, Y2K.
Y2K.
I remember about that. That was
Illuminati.
I
Like
went
something
to
weird
party
like
in
that.
Calgary and I had glasses
new
that were
rapper symbol,
2000
fuck.
and they were like big glasses and I wore them for like 4
Shutter
hours.
shades?
No, they were like
The ones that said
it was like
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went downtown
Is
for
that
my
camera
first
still
time ever
shitting
on
out?
2000.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
It was crazy. Like, because you know downtown is a big thing, and on 2000 was like super big, so we all went, and it was.
I remember I was in Saskatchewan.
So the world was ending either way.
So,
I was watching a
Wait,
movie with my
yeah,
dad.
if you're in Saskatchewan, you don't notice if the world
No.
ends.
Nothing
No.
will change.
you see it from miles, actually.
It's funny. I
No,
went into
fucking-
Saskatchewan
yeah,
a few
you see
weeks
it
ago,
coming.
and we were driving. We went through Lloydminster, and if you've been through Lloydminster, it's on the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan. And right at the border, it turned off again. Right at the border, they have big red poles.
These big ballards.
Big,
basically.
yeah, big red poles to
Okay,
signify
just move
that
that
this is where the
camera.
border is.
No, it's on.
But yeah, but it's not recording right now.
Are you out of space, Alex?
No, it has like many hundreds of
That's so broken and weird.
Okay.
But
So
so
big
yeah, it has
poles?
the big red poles to signify where the border is in the middle of Lloydminster. You don't need the poles. You know where it becomes
Yeah,
Saskatchewan.
it's like the good part of Lloydminster, and then the rest of Lloydminster.
Oh, actually,
It's
like
It's
immediately,
weird.
it's like within a block. There's a strip club, 2 motels, which look terrifying.
It's
All
weird.
the grass is yellow.
It's terrible. It's literally the
It's
worst.
really weird. It's like, you know how on Fort Road, it's like really nice and whatever on that one part of town, and then it just gets really shitty.
Or like after
It's
the
like
train
that.
tracks in Billings.
Yeah, it's like
It's
that.
just like that. That was like
That was weird.
That was the most horrifying shift I've ever seen in
When
like
they
an
talk about
atmosphere.
the other side of the tracks, I'd always been like, okay, whatever. And then I saw it for real, and I was like, oh shit.
Like, we were
like
just
8
walking around
miles.
because we
It's
were
like 8
bored.
miles.
We were bored and had nothing to do. Nothing is open on the weekends, so we're just walking around doing whatever, trying to find a restaurant. But the Wendy's there is only open from 10 to 4 Monday to Friday, so they don't make any.
10
Yeah.
is more.
No, they closed
That's
at 8
insane.
on Fridays.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're open for
I know,
34 hours a week.
And the only thing that was open was the casino, and we were too young to go.
Yeah, we were only 20 or 19 at the time or whatever. And then so we're just walking around. We're like, okay, let's walk over here. We haven't walked over here yet, and like instant shift to like broken down, abandoned
Yeah, it's just
buildings,
dilapidated
crazy
buildings everywhere.
old homeless people running around, coming up to you.
Where do they
wanting-
have to be where they are running?
Exactly right. Coming up to you wanting to talk about Jesus,
Like,
and you're
where
like,
do they
clearly
need to be?
Jesus didn't help you, so stop.
It was weird, too, because it was literally like train tracks, good part of town, every rest of town. Like, the rest of town. It was shit.
horrifying.
It's very strange.
Putting Billings on blast.
It's a bad place.
Billings is a shitty place.
Montana in general is
Great
bad.
Falls is okay. Billings is trash.
There are some pretty nice views in Montana.
There are.
The tallest
Not the
building
views of the cities, I'll tell you that.
The skyscraper of Billings is 4 stories.
It's Wells Fargo.
It's the tallest building in the city.
It's
Oh my
it's more
God.
like it's about 10 stories. I know that, but it's like literally just the only buildings
way.
that were big were bank buildings, and people were going to work, and then they were going to the bar to drink away their lives because they
That's
live in a
where they keep
shitty
the
town.
money.
Yeah.
But Billings apparently has the highest
Bank.
population in all of Montana, but it's like why?
70,000 people.
You're shitting me, actually?
Yeah. Like, for
I didn't know
real.
Montana was that small.
Montana's big.
Great Falls.
Montana's big, there's just no one in it.
Great Falls only has
Damn.
50,000, and like Helena, which is the capital.
When I
Helena
think
has,
of
like,
any
20,000.
when I think of like
capital.
any
I have no
state,
idea.
I'm like, the
Everyone thinks
capital's
Great
gotta
Falls
have
is the
like,
capital, and I thought Billings was the capital, and then I found out that it was Helena. And
70,000.
I've been to Helena. There's only like 20,000.
Like Red
people
Deer
in
would be the
Helena.
most
Well, that
populated
place is going to
city.
hell.
Yeah, it's like smaller than Red Deer.
So is Montana
I know
very
what's
just
Helena,
like
is that where there's the
spread?
volcano?
Yeah, it's huge.
The volcano?
It's so
Is
spread
that a
out.
volcano?
That's Mount Helena.
Well, yeah, isn't that?
No, that's Mount
It's
St.
not in
Helens.
Helena.
That's Yellowstone National Park, and that is a geyser.
No, there's one in the middle of. No, there's
Well-
a volcano in like the.
The Yellowstone National Park, it's underneath. It's the big super volcano.
It's right around there,
Oh,
isn't it?
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like in Montana
Oh,
and
that's
the
the one.
Dakotas.
That's the one that.
That
That's the
shit
one
can
that
fuck
might
up the
blow
eastern
up everything.
starboard.
Yeah.
And will destroy all of North America if it goes.
Or like the east side. I thought it was just like boom.
No.
It's on the west.
Just like-
It respects
It's
the
like
border,
in the
so-
middle.
No,
It's
I-
south of us and slightly to
Yeah,
the
it
east.
would not affect the east side. Or
No, it wouldn't affect. I heard
Okay,
it would
look up
affect
where
the
Yellowstone National Park is. It'll fuck up everywhere around there.
Is it in Montana?
Have we invented
I
a
think
way
it's
to
just
stop
so
I
all
was watching
volcanoes
like
from
I don't know if it
blowing
was
up
a
yet?
credible documentary, but it was like one of those like, oh my god, watch out. But it was like there was
I love
like,
those
like,
documentaries.
watch out for the
Yeah.
fish.
Get out of Montana!
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have a volcano.
But we do. Those people, they stole the volcano, put it in their house.
What? Full circle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Full circle. No,
So yeah.
So, but like, do we have a way to stop volcanoes? Like, couldn't you just cut?
No.
Yeah, really
Can
big.
you
Cut
cut
a
a hole?
giant, like, you know those
Big
plugs
ice
you put at the
cube.
bottom of the bathtub?
It's like-
it's
No.
like that.
Do
You
we
put
have
it
a
in the
way to
volcano.
stop-
No. The problem
Like,
is,
it just
That is
stops
a
it.
great dialogue.
Ice
and
cube.
like a D
Okay,
movie,
the reason
disaster movie.
volcanoes
It's a big
explode-
volcano. Like, do we have a way to stop it?
Mega shark.
Yeah, but it's like-
And
We gotta
Shut up.
use mega
They-
mountains.
you can't plug
snow
them.
mountains.
The reason they explode is because they're
abominable
already
snowman.
plugged. If you unplug them and just have like it, let the
No.
Then they die.
Alex, butt plugs always come out. Volcano
You see,
plugs.
the thing is, this volcano, it's not like your typical volcano. It's under half of the United States.
Yeah.
Can't
What?
you dig
So-
a hole and let some steam out?
No.
But then
That's not how
won't-
it works.
Yeah,
It's
It's
like-
literally just
yeah,
a
can't you,
big
like, stick
giant...
toothpicks into it, so it like
It's
lets
basically
it
just
go
a
off.
bunch
No,
of...
but I mean,
Okay.
because it's like the problem is if you don't, then it goes.
Like
It's like,
10,000
but
years
it's like,
overdue.
but
to
Yes.
isn't it like
too,
opening
yeah.
a pop bottle or whatever
Yes.
that's about shaking? Like if you open it a little bit, it's still going to explode because all that pressure needs to be
Yeah,
released.
but then you can control it. You can be like, let's
You
just
can't-
put the pop
it's-
bottle over there and
It's,
not
okay,
right here.
the volcano
You
in
can't
Yellowstone
move the
National Park
volcano,
is...
Alex.
Okay,
You know, I think you could blow it up like in 80 different places, and then it all just kind of
trying
go.
really
Yeah.
I just also wanted to talk.
it's widely believed to be the largest volcano in the
Yeah,
world,
I
right?
know. So why are we not trying to find a solution to explode?
because there is no solution.
It's just kind of like, it's like being like, it's like sitting at your window and there's like a semi-truck coming towards the front of your house.
And there, you just
And
know
you're
that there's
just
nothing
sitting
you can do.
And it's like coming and
You
you're
can
like,
try to move out of the way, but you know it's gonna still...
yeah,
something's
like,
gonna
you're
happen.
fucked.
So,
What if we pop the tires?
It's like sitting there and like waiting
Yeah,
for
to
a
say
volcano
gun
to
bow
blow up.
bow.
Shoot the driver.
What is your great
Okay,
suggestion?
so
I don't know, because it's about
Why don't you-
pressure, right?
why don't you
just
It's
find
not
a way.
about pressure,
Give it a
it's about
massage
everything.
or something. I don't know.
You want all the Americans?
Okay, we'll
flying-
send you in to massage the
I'm not a
volcano. See how it
volcano
goes.
scientist, okay?
Then why you got so many
A
questions?
giant tube that goes up into space. So, like, where it
There
blows
you
up,
go. The pressure
blows
just
up-
goes whoop into
it goes
space.
straight up into space.
And then it'll make a
What
meteor.
goes up
The
must
meteor
come
fucks
down.
off.
Not if it's out of the gravity
So the
and
lava
just
will
like
go
you
up.
keeps going.
So, and then we
it'll
just got like a
orbit
big
around.
ring of lava around the planet,
Yeah.
and all the aliens are like, "Yeah! What? Earth! Don't fuck with Earth! They straight up!
We've heard
they
the
straight
power
up!
of the lava sphere around
Dude,
you.
but then the problem is like the core of the Earth gets drained because we didn't know because this volcano is actually tapped directly into
So
the
it'll
core
be
of
like
the
the movie The Core,
Except,
where
and
they
then
have
the
to go
Earth
down
stops
and
spinning, and then the
drain it.
magnetic field goes away, and then the atmosphere goes away, and all the lava starts falling
But
back
shit.
down on us.
And the aliens come.
And then
the aliens come.
But it's
big
okay
problem
because we
is
all
okay.
suffocated
Yeah,
a long
but, then,
time.
but let's think.
And
of
it's
it.
just a barren
yeah.
wasteland.
But there's got to be something we could do about that.
Well, okay,
Something we could do
wait,
about that.
out into space,
Okay.
catch all the lava, put it in the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, yeah.
The Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the
Wait,
planet.
okay, so Pacific?
Yeah, Pacific.
Okay,
But
okay.
right at the bottom. But then, what if it opens up a dimension to another world,
Yeah.
and big monsters come through,
And,
and,
like-
we have to make giant robots?
Is that what we're going to do about
Pacific
that? We're
Rim,
going to make
and then that, but then
Okay,
then we
this
make
is
a
getting
tube
silly.
into the other dimension, out into space,
Siphon
where all the lava is, and there's just alien monsters going into all the lava all the time.
Wouldn't that be fucking funny? It's like in Pacific Rim.
And
it's
the alien monsters that were going to invade us from the
Put
outside.
like a volcano, just aim a volcano right at the entrance.
And then
like,
all the aliens will be like,
and they just like zapped in the face with
by
lava.
tubing.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
They don't actually do anything.
Plumbers need to get like this is gonna be a Mario game with like fucking plumbers and shit, man.
Okay, to skip the first step, we just have the tube. It'd be like a big U tube where it goes like from the volcano
A
to the
U-tube.
Mariana Trench.
I think
That's
we're
what they're
gonna
called.
What?
A YouTube.
That's what they're called in
What the fuck is
chemistry.
that?
A tube that's shaped like a
It's
U.
a video streaming platform.
Shut up. That's why it's named after that, probably.
No, did you
Except
see
it's
the
Y-O-U.
not.
Did you guys see the video
I think
today
it
of
is. I
that-
think
that
No, it's
surfer
named
getting
after the fact
attacked
that
by
Yeah,
fucking
it's
television
Dude,
and
that's
television of
fucking
you because
nuts.
you can
Did he
upload
get- did he
things.
get
So
killed?
it's
There
your
is
own
a
personal
YouTube.
tube.
that
No,
came
he was
first.
fine.
No, yeah,
There is, but
there's a
that's not what
surf-
it's based off.
There's a surfing
I think it might have been a
competition.
play on that.
Today-
Okay. Whoa.
There's a surfing competition going on
Shark.
today, and the
Oh,
shark
yeah, the
attacked
shark, yeah.
Yeah,
the
that
best
was-
surfer in the
that was
world. And
nuts.
he's just chilling there, and this fucking fin comes out of nowhere, and then he's like,
Starts thrashing around.
and the announcer's like, "Oh, there's a splash in the water."
Yeah, I know. I saw
Oh
it. It was
shit!
fun.
Excuse me. He's getting
Yeah,
attacked by
and
a
then
shark
people are
right
like
now.
freaking out on the
Like,
beach, and then
holy
the
fuck.
control guys.
How come the video that was on Reddit was like a no sound video? I wanted to hear
Oh,
sound.
if you go look
Yeah,
in
in
the
the
comments,
comments,
there's an
someone had,
actual-
like, the
Actual
actual
sound.
Okay. Because yeah, that was nuts. I was
It was
like, holy
fucking
shit!
crazy.
But he
Fucking
got it
sharks.
with only his
But
leash
yeah.
got bit off. That was it.
Yep.
His leg got bit off.
His leash tying him.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
because he was
surfboard.
fine, which is
'Cause the shark
amazing.
just- the shark just got tangled
like,
in it by
yeah,
accident.
the boats came by and I guess they shot the shark probably, maybe.
No,
No, they just
the
jumped
shark
down in
wasn't
the
there.
water.
It was just
Good,
gone.
good luck
Yeah.
trying to shoot the
I mean,
shark.
they do that a lot. Fuck Australia.
Fuck sharks.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, they kill
biting
sharks. They're douchebags.
What's wrong with sharks?
Sharks kill less
Yeah,
people
what's wrong
than
with
vending
sharks?
machines every single
Yeah.
year. Like,
I think if a
vending
shark
machine?
was
Wait, wait.
there
How
killing
is a
him
vending machine
and they
kill
were going to
someone?
shoot
vending
him,
machines
that's
are
justified.
cows or coconuts. It's one of the fucking stupid ways to
Coconuts
die.
kill more people than sharks.
Sharks don't
Lightning
kill
kills
many
more people than
people.
sharks. Vending machines kill more
So what
people.
you're saying is that we need to hunt down vending machines
I'd be
and
okay with
coconuts.
We already do hunt
The,
coconuts.
the thing that was messed up too
It's
about
easy
how
to
they
hunt
were
coconuts.
doing it is it's culling sharks. So what you
Yeah.
do is you catch one and you stab it.
You caught
and
cucking sharks?
Culling.
Cucking
Fuck
sharks.
shark. You fucked their
No.
wives.
Fucking
you
shark.
stab a
watch
shark
this.
and tie it to the back of your boat and drive around with a bloody dying shark so it attracts other ones
Oh.
and then you stab them so they get more. And it's like, this is awful. Like,
Yeah, it's
fuck you. Sharks are totally not bad.
Like,
Yeah.
you're kind of cucking them.
I was just saying, if there was a
Not
shark
at
there
all,
attacking
man.
the guy
Not at all.
and they shot him,
No,
that would be
They're the ones
justified.
coming to eat their
but
own
it wasn't
brother.
attacking him though.
I kind of was.
No, it
it
got
just came
tangled
up
in his
and it got
leash and
tangled
started
in his
thrashing.
If it wanted to
Oh.
attack him,
It was just trying to
would've
free itself.
died.
If it wanted, because it got in his leash and he was like, "Oh fuck, there's a shark here, get the fuck
Yeah.
off me!" And then it got the fuck off of him
Yeah,
and ran
'cause he
away.
kicked it in the face a bunch, probably.
Yeah, I
The
guess
sharks
it
don't
wasn't
eat
big.
people.
Get the fuck out of here! I don't
They
have a
try not to,
surfboard.
anyway.
No, sharks don't like eating people mostly. I think bull sharks, so they only
Well,
like
because
like a homeless
well they go
shark
just rather would
asshole.
just go for fish because fish can't kick them in the eyes when they try to eat
Well,
them.
well, one shark's just they don't
Why
have.
are you
very
looking at me like that?
I
Fish
mean,
don't have
why are you
legs.
talking about this when there's a huge volcano under America?
Yeah, I mean, come
This
on.
is ridiculous.
Oh man,
What are we gonna do?
Conspiracy theory to worry about. Shit.
But no, sharks don't like
already
eating
solved
people,
that
but they
problem.
just don't
Yeah.
have very good
Yeah.
senses. So the way they find out, like they bump into a thing, and they're like, "Oh, what's this? I'm gonna take a bite of you," And that's how they find out what the thing is. And it's like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat
Yeah,
you
because they can
anymore.
smell really well, but they can't see, and we're not in the water for them to smell.
And the reason they attack surfboards is because they're
looks like a
idiots and they
seal.
look like a seal. Yeah.
Looks like a seal.
Sharks.
Fuck surfers, man.
Fuck seals.
We just need to change
Fuck
the shape
everything.
surfboards are.
Yeah, seals and surfers.
Including the
are
sharks' wives.
No,
bad.
they've been through enough.
Yeah, being
They watch
married
their
to
husbands
sharks,
get
right?
stabbed and tied to boats.
Well,
Imagine if like the whole world was like under an inch of water.
Yo.
Like
Just
everywhere was like
just like an
there was
inch, just
always
here.
an
It's just
inch
kind of
water.
damp. Everyone's
Yeah,
just kind of
it's
damp.
just kind of like
That would
like
be horrible.
like an
Everybody
inch
would
of
die,
water.
wouldn't they? Because you'd get like the feet.
I know
drenched
everybody
from
would
it.
be eating
I
rice.
just wear
kill
shoes
myself.
everywhere.
Everybody be eating
That would
rice
also
because
be
rice is like you
dreadful.
can grow rice
No.
in like flooded
Patties. Like,
patties. Yeah. Imagine that, just like an inch.
Everything would get mold though.
Yeah,
It'd be
moldy,
mildewy
moldy,
all the
moldy.
time.
Unless we had
That's
hover
so
We
craft.
have
mosquitoes.
web
The
feet.
entire world would be a
So
swamp.
many
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
Unless the water was constantly running.
We'd all be
Which
Shrek.
okay.
Shrek, fucking Shrek.
Somebody. Oh, sorry.
Somebody once told me.
Get out the
I got.
get out the swamp.
I got
We don't have
a
a
call last night. It was a weird call. Maybe it was only weird because like I went to a show last night and I did not like the show at all. So then these people were hanging around. They were like, "Hey, you want to go smoke some weed?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, sure. I've got nothing else to do because the show fucking sucks."
That sounds like the beginning of an Eazy-E album or something.
Yeah,
Shit,
it-
but like, yo, you want to go smoke some weed? And he's like, yeah, fuck, I ain't got nothing else to do. I don't know. It's like,
It was. I was like, okay, yeah, these people are nice. So I learned their names and I had a few hits off of a joint. and
So
that
right, it was an anonymous caller calling you.
No, just it was a friend. It was a friend. But It was a
Oh.
weird call. So like I got way too high and I was like, okay, well I need to go lay in my van for a little bit. So I went.
That's a reasonable course of
I
action.
went to my
Front seat
van
well.
and I napped in my van for like 2 hours. But halfway through my nap, I get a phone call. I'm like, okay, I gotta take this.
I don't think you actually got.
And
that
this
phone
girl crying. Like I'm not gonna say her name, but she's just like,
I heard you smelled weed.
no, she, no, it's
Get
not.
out of there.
It's not my ex-girlfriend.
Get the fuck out of there.
Right.
You don't have any weed.
So she calls me. She's crying. She's like, hello, and I'm like, yeah, hi, what's up? And she's like, can you pick me up? I'm like, where are you? She's like, I'm at Katie's. I'm like, I really wish I could, but and then she goes, okay, that's all right, don't worry. Security's gonna drive me home. Bye. And she hung up, and I was like, that was the weirdest shift in my emotion.
You know, girls who are
she was
irresponsible,
crying.
it's not a good.
She was crying, and then just instantly went to like, yeah, it's okay.
So she was just
She didn't
trying
let me
to, like,
explain. I just said I really wish I could, and then she stopped me and told me she was.
she
gonna
didn't
be
want
fine.
you to drive her home.
Yeah, apparently not.
What did you get the story?
What story?
The full
why she was
story.
crying.
No, I texted her. I was like, "What's up? I hope you're okay." And then she was like, "We should hang out soon."
She just wanted your dick.
Yeah, she was
She's
just
like,
like,
she
That's
wants
all
Security
she
was
wanted.
like,
She was crying. She's like,
leave. You're,
"Oh, I'm out of here. Fuck me."
You're like, I can't. Like, wish I could. I wish I could.
She's like, okay, I'll get
security.
What?
Realize.
Yeah,
I'm busting a place.
I'm not gonna say I haven't gotten a call like that before, but
From
This
security.
was another one. Yeah, and the security guard's like, "Who's Maddie?" She's like, "This is this guy." Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck, he's not gonna come. Sorry. Yeah, you missed out.
I did. I missed
I
out.
should've been
I was
crying
way
on
too
you.
high to drive.
Should've
That's
been
Don't
why
crying.
smoke drugs.
I was like,
kid.
I'm not gonna drive.
Don't smoke anything,
Yeah.
especially
Don't smoke
drugs.
things.
Don't smoke things. Except your thumb, little babies.
It's good for you.
Some babies are like,
He's like ashing it out. He's like,
dude. Some baby's like blowing smoke rings. Like, how is he doing that?
Yo, try this out.
Don't smoke down.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna go lie in my van.
And then the thing is, like, I napped for 2 hours, and then I went over to the show because they was still going on, and I was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" They're like, "Where have you been?" I was like, "I don't know, I was just in my van. I'm too high right now." They're like, "Okay, cool."
How long were you in your van?
Like
2
a
hours.
long time, a long fucking
Okay.
time.
It's like taking calls all day. Yo, what's up? I'm high in my van.
No, I was like talking. The people that were at the show, they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you should come inside because Anzu's playing next. They're like a cool electronic duo." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll totally do that. I just gotta go grab my sweater from my van." So I went to my van and fell back to sleep again, and then woke up and everyone was gone from the show. And then I
It was
in
like
your van.
9 in the morning. You're like, ah shit.
"What's up, nigga?"
Can you pick me up?
Sorry, what?
It's okay, security guys.
I might be.
Bitch.
Bitch, I might
Bitch, I might be. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yo, did anybody watch Evo at all this weekend?
Okay,
No, is it?
well,
Is
just
it's not
keep me
all
updated.
Smash, is it? No.
Smash is like 1.
Yeah, it's like fighting games and shit too. Because
Yeah.
there was that video that was like the guy who celebrated too early when he was playing like
Oh,
Street Fighter, or no, it was some other
I
fighting
watched
game.
a crazy
Oh,
comeback
King of Fighters
from-
or something. I don't know.
Oh, Guilty Gear. I think he's
Okay,
playing. I think
but
it's
yeah,
playing
it was
GG.
funny.
Well, 'cause, I mean, there's a classic one where the guy does the whole thing and then he gets wrecked afterwards. But
Yeah, but no, this guy won game 1, but there's like he didn't win the whole thing, so he like wins and stands up and is like celebrating, and then the second game starts and the other guy just fucking kills him like immediately and wins.
Oh,
he
'cause
gets
he doesn't
knocked out.
realize
It's like
he-
yeah, because he didn't realize he's still going.
But it was funny because the guy who fucked up, he played it off well. He was like, no!
Yeah, and he
and then the guy who
laid
won,
down.
he was jumping on stage going like,
Thumbs up.
Smoke these! Smoke them!
dude, that's your thing. Like, thumbs up, smoke up.
Thumbs up.
We should start that.
we should not
We should
start
do
that.
that.
No, Evo was fucking like hype as shit. It was so good.
I'm gonna do this.
All the
Yeah,
games
do
were
it.
so
It
fun.
seemed like
Did
there
they
was a
play
lot
Tower
of like.
Fall?
what
Were they
was I
better
gonna
than
say?
us?
They did not play Tower Fall,
Shit.
unfortunately.
Yeah, no one.
And there's no one better than us.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, get at us. at
Except
Tower
for
Fall.
Alex, he's probably the best.
But
I
he's
think
us.
we
so...
proved that conclusively that I'm the best one.
No.
No.
We did?
I'm
Yo, how-
taking
how did
rounds
you
off
win
this
when we
fucking
were playing?
guy. So
Yo.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can win a battle. You're not gonna win the war.
Yeah, check them
Because
out.
of these guns.
What
Battle
guns?
them all.
I don't know.
You don't need guns to. They get in the way of.
No, I
pushing
went to
buttons.
Taste of
That's my
Edmonton,
problem.
and
Has it? Okay, sorry. Before you, I have a question. Is it extremely busy? Because
Yeah,
I
it
went
was busy.
because I went to
Yeah,
the food truck
clearly.
festival and it was the busiest,
yeah.
dumbest shit
it
ever.
was really busy. The only yummy thing was the homemade dill dip from the Canadian Brew House. That stuff's so good. I want to go
That
there
sounds pretty
and
good.
eat their dip because it was really
Come
good.
on
dip.
down
You know
to
what he's
Ellerslie
saying.
and Parsons.
I looked at the menu. I thought there was a lot of good looking shit there.
Some stuff was good, but yeah.
It's too expensive
but
and
yeah.
crowded for me.
Anyways, I
They
saw
had you could
there
buy
was a
tickets like before
people
for 20%
there
off. and I
in
forgot
separate
to.
groups with like shirts that were really bad. Like one person's shirt was "Eat pussy, chug whiskey, hail Satan,"
Mhm.
and they were just like walking on like with
Yeah.
like their girlfriend or something.
Just Connor's
And then a
lifestyle.
different girl, not with that guy, like they're just separate groups, was wearing a shirt that was "Smoke meth and hail Satan."
Yeah, I've seen this
And it was
smoke
really
meth and
weird,
Satan before.
like-
It's supposed to be like the keep calm and carry on.
Except
Yeah.
for like the
Except
people
it's
who are
there's
like.
a lot of
because
people-
they have like the crown and then like an upside down cross on the
So
bottom.
is it satirical?
Yeah,
or
it's
is
it,
it,
well,
guess.
the
They
first
were
one,
not joking. They
Well-
definitely smoked meth and hailed Satan.
I don't know.
Well, no,
It's very
because the first one was
uncommon, I
keep
think.
calm
follow
and
them?
worship
I
Satan.
No, but
and
they
then someone
were,
was like,
they were
"Smoke
clearly
it."
not. They weren't
No,
like.
but I mean, like they
ironic.
made the keep calm and
Oh, well,
worship
they
But
said
then
Satan.
there are
keep
also like
calm
those
and
assholes that
meme
like
I know.
cocaine
But
and
like,
caviar.
they were
They were trying to
Have
do
you
the
guys
worship
seen
Satan
those?
thing to kind of make fun of it, and then the smoke meth and hail Satan.
We have a
'cause it's-
shirt for our
Yeah,
channel.
he has it. Keep calm and hold shift.
Keep holding, hold shit.
Yeah.
It's got a tree, I think.
Yeah, it does have a tree, and I realized in retrospect that an outline of Slenderman would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Why did
But-
you put a tree?
Because they
There's
had
trees.
because I used
There's
like
more
a
trees
builder
and
to
stuff.
build
Yeah.
the shirt,
They don't allow
and
you to put them in there.
only had like a few like they had like
Oh, I
15
see.
logos that you could choose from that you could put on the top,
Right.
and one of them was a tree. I was like, well, clearly that's most suitable of all of these ones.
Oh, I should.
But
make
I should have
Colin
just made it
poop
like on
yourself.
my own and then
Actually-
had the Slender.
But yeah, I'm
Or
actually
you
like
could not.
those kind of shirts. I'm really
Yeah.
glad seeing the
Colin,
cocaine and caviar
yourself.
ones.
I
Honestly,
haven't
like
seen cocaine and shit.
cocaine and caviar is like this shirt that like essentially all the chavs wear it. Like,
Chat, like chavs.
chavs, like
Like, I
Dude,
Yeah, like,
have you
yeah.
guys seen Birda Boys? Have you
Burger
seen
Boys?
Birda Boys?
I've not seen Birda Boys.
You're
The Burger
this-
Crew?
you were like looking at us like,
The Burger
have
Crew?
you not seen Burger
this-
Boys?
no,
Burger Boys? What is Burger Boys?
Let me tell you
Whoa,
about them. All right,
whoa, whoa,
Birda
whoa.
Boys.
Burda Boys.
Burger
I was
Boys.
with the
Birda.
humorous. I was with the humorous,
Duh.
and we were in
Duh.
the,
Burger,
Berta, like
slap you,
Alberta
Burda
shortened.
Boys.
Berta
yeah,
Boys.
Birda Boys, right? So
Yeah.
it's all these guys in like big fucking rigged trucks, and they have like BB, and then they have Birda bitches.
Oh,
and,
I've
like,
seen the
Birda-
BB.
Yeah, BB. That's
so
Birda
okay.
Boys,
Hey,
and it is like,
So it's basically just
Oh.
Edmonton.
yeah, it's like
It's like
Birda
basically just what all the
Boys.
stereotypes of Edmonton are.
Yeah,
It's like people who put
and
truck nuts
Calgary.
on.
So wait, is Berta Boys an actual group or is
Yeah.
it just like,
It's a
Boys.
it's
Well,
a
they-
group.
it's a gang of country rural dudes?
One thing, as
Yeah.
stupid as I think those truck nuts are, I don't understand why
they
they,
can be very tasteful.
they could be named differently. Like, why didn't they call them truck testes? Because
truck
at least
nuts-
it's
is
alliterated.
Yeah, but truck nuts sounds better.
I think
It sounds more
truck nuts
redneck.
And
when you
nobody
say truck
calls
nuts.
them testes.
Yeah,
Like,
that's always
No,
weird.
but it's alliteration.
Yeah, I think the last person I
I
heard
think-
call
I
them
think-
testes was a physiology
Listen,
professor.
I understand where you're coming from because you're right. It is an alliteration. Typically, that's like just sounds nice.
Like
but
Burger
in this
Boys,
case,
truck testes.
truck nuts, I think it just sounds better.
Where do you even buy those, by the way? I've never
What?
seen them for
You can
sale.
get
You don't
Like
no,
a
you don't
car
buy
shop.
them. You have to go through a series of challenges
Truck
to prove
challenges.
that you've earned the
yeah,
truck nuts.
and the first challenge, you get the plastic blue ones, and on the last challenge you get the big chrome one.
And then you have to earn over $100,000 doing a job that is so
It's actually
dumb and easy.
It's incredibly dangerous
And
at the
dangerous.
same
You
time.
get to plug the
why you get paid so much
volcano.
for it.
You gotta plug the volcano.
And then you get
Burn the
the
volcano.
golden plated truck nuts.
Yeah, and, they're
And also a
yours.
new
They're your
F-150. It's all jacked up.
own. Jacked up.
No, like I've actually heard stories. There was one guy. He's saying like Aboriginal citizens and stuff like that. They'll go up to like the diamond mines or wherever, and they'll mine for
Diamond
like
mines?
15 years.
Yeah, like Yukon.
Yeah, we've
Oh.
done
They'll mine for like 15 or 20 years. Then they'll retire at 35 and die at 50
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
they literally have enough money to do that.
Dude, my cousin,
mine
when he was
is something
21
good.
years old, he was making like $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
Because he was
Sounds
doing
like-
like the most dangerous job you can do on
Sounds like
rigs.
Death of a salesman. This sounds like the fucking
Yeah.
where like his uncle or whatever goes to. The
That's
mine.
a little too high class for this
Yeah,
conversation.
sorry. Yeah, my bad. Guys.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Theater. What are you giggle?
Remember, we had to read The Accidental Tourist. I
Yeah.
did read
I
it.
liked it.
actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
like
I
the
did.
ending.
It was
I
one of
don't
those
know
things
why I
that,
didn't like the
That's
ending.
a Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie.
Isn't that the one that we read while we were in Hawaii for rugby? Isn't it about like a guy and a girl?
And then another
I don't
girl, and
remember
then
it.
it goes back to the first
Accidental
one.
Tourist.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't like the
And he
ending.
writes
I
about
remember.
tourism, and he used to write about stuff that was like really, really boring. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the premise is like he writes for tourism, but he doesn't like traveling, so he writes guides for travelers who like to keep things
yeah, right.
exactly like how he's.
It wasn't
That's
bad
such
though.
an obnoxious personality. Fuck that guy.
I didn't like that book.
I don't remember it. At
I
all.
just
Yeah,
didn't like
exactly.
the ending.
I read
The ending
it
was
in
trash.
Hawaii for rugby,
Yeah.
so it's
I
like
think I
everything
read it on a
was so
plane.
inconsequential, yeah.
I remember we in English because we were all in English. You weren't in English. AP.
No.
Get the fuck out of here, Nick. You
All
don't-
right.
The rest of us
Cool.
were, but we had to do all
See
these
you guys
different
later.
projects, and I remember we had to write about the deadly sins, or we had to draw
Oh,
an image.
yeah.
And then
Yeah,
like,
we've talked about this
We got
before.
lost,
You're still
right?
mad about it.
me.
Yeah.
Why am I mad?
Because
I'm
Miss
mad.
Crumpton,
He's
like,
mad
almost
about it 'cause
I
he's got
failed
lecture
everybody.
Why did I get in trouble? I don't understand how that
Except
went
for, like, our
down.
group.
Yeah, we were. there
Why was I in
like-
trouble?
Please
all got
explain the
split-
situation.
Okay, yeah, we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
got split up into groups, and we had to draw
Yeah.
A train
poster,
car.
a
Well,
train
no,
car
representing one of the deadly
representing one of the deadly
Well,
sins.
because
yes.
there was this poem we read, and it was a 7-part poem, and each like poem,
stanza.
yeah, it was each stanza was basically like describing a different deadly sin as if it was a person in like a
Yeah.
caravan kind of thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so we had to take the metaphors presented in the poem and like
Draw
draw them out or
straight.
like
Okay.
make a visual representation of it, which is fine.
And we got lost.
And
I got lost.
You
But I'm
guys-
supposed
you
to
got
draw
two.
besides
It was
sex.
lechery.
lechery,
Lechery, yeah.
yeah, but lechery isn't just lust.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Lechery is so much more than that.
Yeah.
Did
But
we get
they
lechery?
just drew
Yeah.
a bunch of dicks and shit. And
We
then
did
they were
dicks.
surprised when they didn't get a good
drew
mark.
strippers.
And thanks for
Stickman
coming.
strippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
I remember that.
Yeah,
But the whole point of the story is that
She
our
got
teacher
upset.
was so
Well,
pissed.
she
was
was
irate.
like, because the way she described it was most people are just looking at like the very surface
We didn't
stuff.
color ours because we hate coloring. Like
Yeah.
so many people didn't
What did
color
you
theirs
get?
because it
What
was
did you
shit.
get?
We got greed.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Wrath.
Wrath.
We actually
Wrath is
How
hard
do you
to
remember
draw.
this?
what?
I don't
No, we
remember
killed it
well.
with Wrath.
Yeah,
it
we
was
destroyed
tight.
it. We were, but like in any event, she's just like
Yeah.
our group and one other. She was just like, all right, you guys are good. You can just leave.
And then everyone else had to
Just go
redo
away.
the project.
And then everybody else had to like stay and do
We had to
their
write an
shit for like
essay. We-
Yeah.
40 minutes
Fucking
or whatever.
Stupid. It's meaningless
It's real
bullshit.
bad.
Our LA teachers were,
Drawing a
like, crazy.
picture of
like
a sin has nothing
Having
to do
teachers
with
that care
English
is
at all.
double-edged sword.
Except
Yep.
How
the
does it
core
teach me to
purpose
read
of
or write?
it's not about that because that's not what AP English is about. It's about interpreting the metaphor presented to you and like transcribing it into a visual medium. And you totally missed that.
I don't think I did.
This is what
It's just-
this is
I
that
think
was
that's
the
just-
core of the
that's-
project.
It's just dumb.
That was
though.
like
It's
you.
Then you shouldn't have
being
been
able
English
to draw a
AP.
train car
That was
with
like
a
you
lechery.
taping trash tubes.
I
and
want that
folding
camera's
them.
not
It
right.
That's
just
what I
sounds-
wanted. I wanted to
Camera's
bring that
not
up
We already
too.
talked about
Yeah, we
this
talked about
in
it so many
bios,
times,
didn't we?
but it just sounds like there are consistently
You're looking at us now.
billion amount of things that you did, thinking that it
English
was
AP was
completely
not
meaningless.
for you.
You
Because
hated
those
it.
people
You did a
are
bunch of.
stupid.
They're
okay?
not.
I had
stupid.
fun in
Alright.
English regular. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
I
I
would've
made
too,
lots of
because
I did
friends.
well in English AP.
I read
I
lots
didn't
of
like it.
books.
English AP was
Okay,
awesome.
just for a second, we're gonna set this up. We had a portfolio where it would just keep all of your
Definitely.
essays and
Yeah.
stuff. That
And you
we
just had to like
put in.
write or draw stuff on the outside
And
or
then
whatever.
on the outside,
Like
you had
represented
your
Nobody
name
did
and
it.
like things that were like meaningful to you
Yeah.
that she could see or whatever.
Yeah.
And so Alex,
I
Take
like
the
snacks.
granola bar
Listen,
wrapper.
I like snacks. Let's take an empty granola bar wrapper and tape it to the
Literally
front. That'll go
everybody
over
did it
well.
last minute. Like everyone
No,
did. She
no
was
one
upset.
did.
oh yeah, a
Other
lot of
people
people
I
did
did
didn't
last
do
minute.
mine at all, and I
Because
got
everyone
a
thinks
better
more than
reaction than you
yours.
did.
Nobody put
Well-
garbage on theirs. To be
Except for
fair.
you.
Yeah,
No,
except
that's-
you don't put
Sherry,
garbage
put it
on
on.
Literal
No, the
trash.
funniest part is like you didn't think it was wrong. You were like, I like snacks.
Exactly.
Mine was more more original and thought out than 99% of anyone else's. Because like everyone just did the
What
kind of
was
dumb
it?
shit.
I'm,
It was
I'm
literal
giving full
garbage.
respect.
Who here actually did it?
We all did it.
What did you put on yours?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Wow, it must have been meaningful to you. Fuck you. I meant something.
Yours meant something
Yours
because
been fucking
yours
remember
meant
it.
something because you made her cry, Alex.
Yeah, well,
yours only meant something.
She was
because you're the
crying?
reason she cried.
You can only take offense.
She thought it was disrespectful.
Pretty
Yeah, she
disrespectful.
cried.
She
Yeah,
cried.
well, I didn't say this project sucks. You're a fucking pile of
Because
garbage.
that's basically
I was like,
what
no,
she was
this is-
interpreting from the
mean,
garbage
hand-
taped to the
hand-
portfolio.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
English teacher in AP can't interpret. She can't interpret. Wow. Interpretation is bullshit.
I was
No, you're
right
just bad at it.
Yeah.
You're literally the worst at it.
She
And I mean that
I didn't do
literally. If you knew what that meant.
Like mine
Yeah.
didn't even make
So
it.
just
All she did with me was she was like, "Yo, you haven't done your portfolio like the
Yeah.
entire year. Just throw some assignments in there and you'll be good." So I just did it. She gave me an 80 on it. I was like, "Okay." My English teachers loved me.
Did you do? Did
Yo,
she
she
give you
loved
bad
me
marks?
after.
She didn't love you.
Anyways.
Did she give you bad marks?
I always felt like she really
Do you-
didn't like me.
Great.
Do you guys
Which
remember?
one?
Do you guys remember when,
Clark.
like, at the end of English AP
And kind
20,
of crumped it.
when we
Whisker
decided,
didn't like anybody though.
we decided as a group that we weren't going to take English AP 30. Like we decided we weren't going to go into it. We were just going to take regular English. And then
No,
they
that was
brought.
social.
That was social.
No, that was English.
No, I was 100%
Oh,
doing
we
English
decided
studies.
You
with
guys
social
were in
social.
Jack's class.
No, but
Remember
then-
I knew I was going to do
What did
30
they
you
bring
probably
in? They
remember
brought in
this.
something,
I
right?
do too.
But then, like, they brought in the English 30 AP kids to tell us how great English 30 AP
I remember
was,
this now.
and then had us all sign a piece of paper to get us into English 30 AP. 'cause
Yeah,
we had
it was
all-
weird.
I do
They
remember
try and
that.
like fucking like
I don't remember
I
doing
do
that at
remember
all.
that.
I was just like, I'm doing it.
I do
contract
remember
us into it.
Yeah,
They said
it's,
that's
so
not how it worked because that doesn't matter because you still had to go and sign up for your courses on your own anyway.
Yeah, I know. It
But-
was. It
no,
was
we had already
basically-
done that. That's the thing. So they were like, they noticed
Yeah,
that they had low
I don't remember
enrollment.
doing this at all.
Yeah,
I
they
do
low
remember doing
enrollment.
this.
Yeah,
They had low enrollment, so they brought people in. And were like, "Yo, you guys."
Except
really
then
need to take
in
it.
grade 12, we had 2 English 30 AP classes.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
not
'cause they
low
convinced-
enrollment.
no,
It was
but
like
they
70
They
kids that
convinced
took
an
it.
entire classroom to take it.
Yeah.
Well, that's your fault for being like.
And that was
peer
probably because we were in
pressure,
the AP class to begin with. I don't know if you guys
In
were.
English
Yeah, we were.
20
20?
AP.
Yeah.
In English
That's
20
why we weren't
regular-
going to take it because
That's
we
the
thought it was
garbage.
stupid.
That's the garbage.
I'm
Oh,
assuming
right,
all
right.
of you that are just want to take the regular courses. It's all good.
Garbage is
In
20.
English,
Yeah,
English,
Garbage
I
was
got
20, yeah.
I got pulled out of my class in English 20 by police officers, and I still
Had a better.
had a good grade. So.
Yo,
You
I
did
still
fine.
did good in my English class.
I did great
So it doesn't
in
even
my
You
matter.
did well in your English class.
well enough because you know what? It's garbage.
You know what? Here's your trophy.
I see it didn't
Like,
take.
it's like-
Basically, high school doesn't fucking matter.
No.
Yeah.
Get 80 and you're golden.
And then
you're
you're
fucking
golden,
fine.
boy.
That's literally all you need.
And then
don't
after
even
that,
need
just
80,
coast
I
for the
had
rest of your life.
72.2 when I got into university. That's fine.
Yeah.
For everything, just an
I
overall
believe
average?
that's what I ended with.
I had an 80 average strictly because my guitar teacher didn't have anything to mark me off of, so she just gave me an 80.
Yeah.
My final report card was blank. All it had was my name, my grade. That was it.
I got a 95 in French, handing in like 3 assignments.
Yeah,
I didn't
German
show up
loves
Because you just
me.
gave me 100% on the ones I
High school
didn't
is
hand in.
garbage. Like,
German
it's
love
so
the shit out of
pointless.
me.
They don't
It doesn't-
give a shit,
nothing-
'cause they'll
Nobody
just-
cares.
Give him marks for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are missing the point. It's not the point of high school.
No, that's
What if high
literally the
school
point of high
was to be-
school.
No,
what was
No.
what's
It
really
is.
what's
No,
the
the
point
point
of
of
high
high
school,
school,
Luke?
Luke.
The
Tell
point of
us.
high school
That's-
is to nurture young people and developing and
And
smoke
No, it's not.
and
If you
developing.
didn't win prom king, then you fucking failed high school.
You fucking
You
failed.
didn't even have a prom.
That's why we all failed.
No! You didn't win state! You didn't do shit!
Wait, Nick, no,
We
we
won
had
state.
awards. Nick won an award at the
No,
or
I
like
didn't.
the best.
I had to go up
funniest-
against Josh for
Oh,
celebrity.
right.
And then
right.
Gagan won class clown.
Yep.
You know why he won it? Because he stood at the table and was like, "You guys should vote for me." Yeah. That was what he would do. Like, he'd just be like, "I'm funny," and then he's like, "I fucking hate you, Gagan."
I'm still chapped that I wasn't a nominee for Best Smile.
Oh no!
I'm still
You know what they
mad about
did?
Me too.
The thing is, the nominees were a whole sham because
Oh, yeah.
they were all fake. Like the people
It was
that
all
voted.
dumb.
Well, it's because
They all voted
were all
for
just
like
people in the committee.
that.
Well, because it was like the rich popular kids.
No,
Of
no,
course.
but they voted for like
Yeah, and we're preppies and
no,
nerds.
but no, the people
We're
that
just
because we
nerds. We're
everyone
nerds.
voted for candidates, but the candidates that were nominated weren't ones that really fit with like the
I remember
the
that.
Well, because everyone's
categories.
nominated their friends.
there was
No,
literally
like
five
they nominated. It was
people
like
who-
bullying.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
okay?
Right,
I remember that.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
There's
there's
some
some
one
bullying.
girl that
Yeah,
got
like,
nominated for like diva, like
Yep.
biggest diva, and then was like, I can't believe it, and got like herself taken off.
Nope, that
Hey.
was a man.
That was a guy.
No, it was.
No, it was not.
Definitely
It was a
man.
guy.
It was Adam.
It was that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
won.
Oh my god!
Yes, Dad
Oh, that's so
He
good!
got his dad to threaten to sue because he claimed it was bullying.
That is not real.
This is
What?
like-
How did I not hear
that
about
is like
No,
that?
life
but someone got
Australia.
removed from it. I remember it was
That
Kayla.
was
Remember
Adam.
Kayla? She got removed.
Yeah.
She took
the
herself
year,
off
the
of
year
it.
before we graduated, but the year we graduated, Adam he won. He won,
for
and his
sure
dad
was gonna
threatened
win.
to sue
Oh my god!
because it was him and three
Wait, so
girls.
did you talk to Adam about this?
No, but I heard it from Zach and Cole and all those
He's
guys.
such a fucking idiot. I'm glad he's
That's-
fat now.
I'm
I'm glad
glad
he's fat
he's
now.
fat.
He's fat now.
No, he's like
I
really
haven't
fat
seen
now.
him. I haven't
really
seen him.
skinny.
He's
I haven't
fat
seen
as shit
him. I
now.
haven't
He's
seen
so
him.
fat.
But
It's
yes,
unbelievable.
yes, he
That's
also did that.
hilarious. I'm so
His
glad
dad
that
threatened
happened.
to sue. His dad
That's
threatened to
so
sue.
weird. That is like straight.
That's
out
like
of,
if
the-
Life is Strange.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Life
farce.
is strange. Like the rich prep dad douchebag jock stereotype doesn't like books asshole.
Yes, he doesn't
It's
like
so
books.
weird.
Who reads books?
Who fucking
He said that.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
He did.
He said, "Who fucking reads books?"
Yeah. Who fucking
Yeah, those words did come out.
Clearly,
of
he
his
didn't read anything on like how fast food's bad for you.
Or like how being an asshole is being an asshole.
But he won June.
Good one,
High
Nick.
school.
yeah, that's
No,
true.
he
That's
won.
real.
He
It's a
won.
book.
He won high
No,
school.
he won. He had so many nice friends, and he's great.
And everybody
man.
remembers him.
Nice. Dude.
We all remember him at least.
I remember.
I
I'll
had my
never
locker
forget.
I remember how disappointed I was.
He's gonna have a heart attack at 35.
The
Well,
first
he's
day
gonna
of
be
grade
rolling
12
money,
was so
man.
disappointing to me. The first half of the day was so disappointing, but the second half was like, this is gonna be good because I found out my locker was right next to Adam's locker.
And you're like, oh, this is gonna be horrible.
And then you're like, wait a minute.
This will be fun.
and it kind of was. He didn't really annoy me.
I had these like locker pranks going on with Brayden, and he tried to like get involved with them, and it was really awkward.
Get involved sexually?
No.
What?
Yes,
Locker
involved
pranks?
with the
How
locker
locker
pranks.
pranks are you talking about?
Try to
This
get
is a
involved
weird
with the
story. I
locker
don't know I should
pranks,
tell
though.
this on
He just
podcast
wanted
because
to participate.
it gets weird. It gets like criminal. I'll tell it after the
Brandon
podcast.
just had like
but-
3 bricks of coke in your
No,
locker.
no.
This
Yeah.
cost me $30,000,
What
but
a
I
great
don't care.
prank!
Yeah,
So
good
just
pranks. I'm good at pranks.
You're getting like carted
Yeah.
away with like dogs behind you. It's like,
That was no.
that's legitimately what happened.
No, I went. No. The one time I actually did get like in trouble at school was I remember I went to German class because the class before they were like, "We're gonna come and take you out of your next class." Like the police officer was like that. So I went in the next
Was
class.
this in grade 10 after
This
that
is grade
whole
11.
thing?
Grade
Oh.
11, and then I was like, I went to the next class and I told Carly and Ashley, and I'm like, dude, I bet I'm gonna get pulled up by cops. This class, and, and then we start watching a movie, and then the cops come in, and I'm like, "See you guys later." And then when the cops were taking me to office, I was such a fucking retard. There was a girl named Nadia who was a year older, who was like, "Nick, what did you do?" And I was like, "I killed somebody." I said that on the way with the 2 cops, and I swear one of them cracked a smile. But I was like looking back, and I'm like, "That's the stupidest."
I'm
thing.
sure they were like,
That's the
"Oh no,"
stupid-
but
No, yeah, I know, but it was like
they knew you're just being a dick. But
Dick,
they're also
yeah.
like, "Are you that
fucking stupid. Yeah, no. That story's fun. That's good.
I killed somebody.
So like,
ah,
were the
shit.
cops just like unimpressed with you saying that?
Yeah. I said it because I was like, this is funny, and then I was like, no wait.
No,
shit.
you
Did you say to the cops, "I'm sorry, that was dumb"?
No, I just
Went
kept
for a high
walking.
five
I was
or
like,
something.
I was like, high five, baby, and then like,
Oh, smoke thumbs.
wanna say?
So why were you getting taken out by cops?
Yeah, what was that
Oh, we
time.
can't
That was
tell?
the-
Oh, the webpage thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought that was grade
okay.
10.
Grade 11.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was
that one. With
that was
the-
interesting.
We talked about that.
Is that the
didn't
one with the girl that I think is really hot? Is that one?
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Dude, how different would your life be if you got expelled and then you wouldn't be friends with us and you wouldn't be on the podcast right
Yeah,
now?
you wouldn't have
Just
all
think
the
about that
success
for
and
one
money.
second. Yeah.
We have neither.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Oh, we're on. This is a simulated set, so green screen. We're actually
Green
in
screen.
a mansion.
Oh, yeah.
We're
We just want you to...
That's what we do. Is we pretend to be poor.
That's how
It's
we're
fun.
able to get all the Patreon
If you
money.
could please just send us some money.
For less than a cup of price of a cup of coffee. Less than a cup of coffee.
Less than a cup of
They send a bunch of half-empty cups of coffee.
Yeah.
There's a cups filled with cups of coffee.
ceramic
So here's
cups.
a cup. Oh, he's got a cup.
Yo, that would be a great prank. You know the like glitter bombs? You'd have one except it's got scalding hot coffee in it. So you open it up and it just goes straight in their fucking
like special
right in their-
thermos
right
wrap
into
or
their
whatever.
eyes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Melt their eyeballs.
Smoke it.
Smoke it.
Okay. Is that it? Is that the podcast?
That's it.
No.
We're done.
That's okay. Everybody's fun.
What are we at?
Oh yeah, we can
A really
call it
nice
there.
time.
Does anybody want to give shout outs to anything?
Shout out to the dude who invented
I'm gonna shout out to my boy Mariah Carey.
I'm gonna
You
give
helped
a
me
shout
out
out
so
to
many
the
times.
North Panamanian box turtle because they're pretty dope.
I'm gonna shout out to the demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea.
Demilitarized.
Demilitarized
Oh,
zone.
I thought you said a name of a person. Demilitarized zone. Yo, it's like Jamiroquai.
Yeah,
It's your
demilitarized.
Yo, shout out to
boy,
Jamiroquai.
Demilitarized.
Shout out to Jamiroquai though. You guys have solid music.
Good hats. Good
Yeah.
hats.
Are you gonna shout anybody out?
Shout out to Froggy Fresh.
Shout out to
actually.
Tide Detergent.
Shout out Ty.
Shout out to
Follow me on Twitter.
Sensodyne.
Shout out to Shout Detergent.